walk, I strut, I walk, I strut, I walk, I strut. I walk, I strut, I walk, I strut, I walk, I strut. Healing in my heels, healing in my heels, healing in my heels. I walk, I strut, I walk, I strut, I walk, I strut. Healing in my heels. I learned to walk on my own. I never asked for anyone to teach me. I just watched, I listened, and I was supported to walk.
All right, welcome to TeaTalk, everybody. I'm your host, Yolanda Spooner, and I have my sister, Sarita Spooner, as well as my cousin, Nakia Woods, here with us. Super excited. We've got a show for you. It's about sex, love, dating, relationships, all of our mother's rules, things that we learned as women, and just want to share with you. And tell me if you agree or disagree. So, I know you guys, but I want the world to know you. So ladies, tell me about yourself. Sarita, start with your bingy beauty lashes. Tell me all about the boss moves you're making.
Okay, so I am Sarita. Hello, everybody. I actually have Bingy Beauty. It's lashes, it's eyebrows, it's hair as well. So I'm doing all of it, and it's exciting. It's been running for a year, and it's going great.
I love it. I love it. She's being modest. She's a mommy. She's a boss. Check out Bingy Beauty, and it's amazing. The website I just was telling you it's amazing.
Thank
so
you.
My cousin Nakia, now, just before she introduces herself, I know she's gonna be modest. So I'm telling you right now, she's a boss. See that makeup? Flawless, honey. She tells me when my makeup's on. Cheers to that. So Nakia, tell me a little bit about yourself. Let the world know who you are.
I'm a freelance makeup artist, stay-at-home mother, and basically a Jill of all trades. Really.
Okay.
And yeah.
I told you she was going to be modest, but honestly, Jill of all trades is an understatement. I want to say something really quick before we get into all the good tea. Yeah, I had a party for my youngest baby and barely had any decorations. Homegirl found some grass, found some jewels that I had in a drawer. And if you see the decorations that she did, she beautifies things with her hands. The same for my sister. I guess it runs in the family, everything we touch.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, so let's get into it. You know that I do this whole challenge thing. So,
Okay.
First question is going to go to Subi, or Sarita, as the world likes to call her. Okay.
Love or money? I would choose love, but money is very necessary, so it's really close behind it.
Okay. Why do you choose love? Why do you choose?
Because you can conquer all with love. Love is essential. You have everything you need with it. But you can't also love and be broke. So money is important too. It's an important factor, but it doesn't top love.
That's so true, because you can love, but if the lights is off, it's kind of hard to see you.
Okay, we're not laughing. It's not funny, and it's hard to feel the love.
It's so true. Okay, Nakia, This one is a good challenge question. Would you rather be with someone that you love who doesn't love you, or be with someone who loves you that you don't love?
Be with someone who loves me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Because if they love me, they're always going to love me, and everything is going to go great, and I can grow to love them.
That is true. Women do have this nurturing side about us that we could grow to love them. You know what I mean?
And just to go on that, to talk on that, Granny actually used to say that. She used to say, like, choose a guy that loves you more than you love him. And I can see why she would say that, because he would give his effort, he would give his very best, and women are nurturers, so we can grow to love. But
I remember.
Yeah, my father told me that too.
Really? I remember Granny saying that. Love who loves you. Yeah. Okay, and what challenge question should I get?
Definitely.
Let me see. Okay, do I prefer one pillow or lots of pillows in the bed? For me, I didn't even think of that question first because I would have picked a different one, but okay, so lots of pillows. No, I need my space. I'm already trying to transition Majesty in her crib, my youngest baby. So she's already foot in the face. So I want little to no pillows and nobody else in my bed. Well, maybe one day when I start dating. Not even dating.
Okay, because nobody else in your bed. What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so that brings me to the thing. To my- Cheers. Okay. So that brings me to my first question. Our mother's rules. Most of them are like, you know what? Wait till you get married about sex and stuff like that. For me, obviously, I got 2 kids out of wedlock. So it's not really wait till you're married. For me, I feel like, to be honest, even as a Christian, a believer, I'm telling you right now, for me, I feel like you should live with somebody before you even marry them. Because come see me and come live with me is 2 different things. And I lived with both of my kids' fathers before I got married, and we did not stay together. So we didn't get married. So I feel like it's kind of necessary because you don't get to know someone. You know what I mean? How do you guys feel about sex in a relationship? Like, how long do you wait? You know, Steve Harvey says that whole 90-day rule. What's our mother's rules? What's our rules? Who wants to go first? Tell me, Sue, what do you think?
Hey, well, that is like a multi-dimensional question. To answer sex before marriage, I think it's necessary, and it's
The heiress is necessary. Marriage, I hear it's necessary, and it's
funny because it's like, you know, we've been trained, and I feel like a lot of it is psychological because we grew up in a Christian home where it's like fornication is a no-go. You know what I mean? But I do think that it's important to know the person that you're entering in marriage with. I think it's important to live with them and see how it is and how that dynamic is. But on the other hand, it also feels like it may grow your relationship differently if you do it that way. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like if you wait and do things that in a way where you get married first, you might grow differently and do things differently in the household than you would if you moved in with the person first and found that group.
I agree. I get it. I get it. What do you think, Nakia, about not sex before marriage, but do you think that love, how fast can someone fall in love? Because as y'all know, I met my last baby's dad on POF, and I didn't think I was in love, but anyway, that's for another show. How fast do you think someone can fall in love? Is there such thing as love at first sight?
I think for some people there is love at first sight. It depends on the individual. You can fall in love with someone exactly like first sight, or you can grow to love the person. You know? Yeah,
Did you fall in love right away with your fiance?
Sorry?
Did you fall in love right away with your fiance?
Right away? Yeah, but I was really young. I think. That was definitely a factor. You know, I was really young and it was puppy love, and
yeah, that's another thing. Young love is different than grown love. Because now what I love, I love a man that can keep a job. I love a man, I love a man with conviction. You know, it's not about what he wears, how he looks, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's more about like his character and the stuff that we see eye to eye on, more than what I can see with my eyes. You know what I mean? So totally, that's a whole nother ball game. Okay, so moving into our mother's rules, okay? I'm gonna take a sip of tea on this one because this is a big one. When, by the way, TeaTalk is a month old. So I have a cupcake. I'll find a cupcake for any occasion. So drink to that. Cheese. Okay. Cheers, I mean. Okay, so mommy's rules, parents' rules. Stick with the man no matter what. Let him, and could be vice versa. The man should stick with us no matter what. How do you feel about that? What's the grounds for saying deal breakers? You go first, Sue.
Deal breakers. Well, I don't really know about stick with the man no matter what. I feel like there are certain things that are compromises, you know, that you can kind of be like, okay, I can work with that, but the overall has to be good in order to continue. I can't live in a space that's like my mental space is like all thrown off. You know what I mean? So stick with the man no matter what, with a pause. I wouldn't be able to take anybody hitting on me. Sorry. Can't take nobody hitting on me.
Yeah.
That's just my thing, you know?
That is authentic. That's so true. What about you, Nikia? What do you think about how we were raised in terms of like sticking it out in a relationship, like sticking with him no matter what? How do you feel about that? Like, how do you express your deal breakers to somebody and say, like, you do this? Because Sarita was saying if somebody hits, and that's the same thing I feel like.
Yeah.
Don't try.
Yeah.
It's a no-go.
No go. No go.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna know we're related by the end of the show. We're all like,
So play that, because we'll call each other.
but you know what? At the risk of sounding, I don't know, but you know how I'm transparent on my show, so I'm saying, at the risk of sounding bad, cheating, it's a deal breaker. And I pray that my future somebody is not watching this, or this, at least not this episode. But I'm not gonna let nobody take my man like that. There are way too many women out there that are even attracted to a man that's loyal. And so I don't know if that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Don't pump me, but the cheating.
Don't tell me.
But the cheating thing, I'm like, we can go to counseling. I don't know.
You can go counseling for. I
For
think, yeah, that
cheating.
was right.
The whole cheating thing, like, I feel like I can be worked out in counseling. I'm not gonna leave you just because of that. You know what I mean?
So do you feel like you would be able to put up with somebody that is like constantly cheating, not just a one-time thing? And another question on that is, do you think that you'd be able to put up with emotional cheating? Because maybe there's not that physical aspect, but they are always texting, you can see that they have a better line of communication than you have. Would you be able to deal with that?
Oh my gosh, that's a freaking amazing question.
Let's see. I don't know.
Okay, emotional cheating. I don't know even. I feel like that's crap. Okay, that this whole world has invented. Honestly, it's fictitious. I would be like, unless if they're not meeting up at the park, I don't want him talking about what you got on tonight, stuff like that. But I don't think I feel super threatened by that. But you're not going to be like going out every night and then all that extra stuff. I don't think I could take a repeater cheater.
Okay.
But the emotional cheating thing, I almost feel like that's a load of crap. That, you know, like, you think somebody could be absolutely involved over, like, without even
I've been in it. I've been in a relationship long distance where it felt extremely real. You know what I mean? And then to come to find out that, you know, he had somebody and they felt threatened by me. And I didn't even know he had anybody, but it was very real for me. And I knew it was very real for him as well.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I remember that time. Yes. And the girl even had the same name as you. That was crazy.
Okay, so let's pass
What?
on over.
Next question.
What do you think, Nikia? Oh, everybody's taking sips on that one. Okay. What is emotional cheating different from physical cheating, and do you leave for either one?
Emotional cheating? I don't know if men can have emotional, like they can cheat emotionally. I think women can for sure. But a man, I don't, cheating's not really a big thing for me because I'm all about that whole thing what you're saying with the family, like you stick with the man, especially I think if you have children.
Mm.
If you started a family and it's not abusive and he has cheating issues, okay, we're just gonna have to go through counseling with that. But to say as a deal breaker for me, no.
I
And
know.
it also depends on. No, I'm not gonna say that. Never
Let it
mind.
out. Let it out.
Never mind.
What? Were you gonna say if you have a baby or something like that?
If he has a baby outside,
Oh my
that would
God.
be hard for me. I think maybe that would be a deal breaker when it came to cheating.
Me too. Because then I'm
Yeah, I
like,
can't
now
handle
we're
that.
talking about, now we're talking about, and not just the baby, that's not the only thing that you have to worry about. This is an indicator of unprotected sex. And I'm like, with the Rona and everything else, we don't need no extra stuff added, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one thing with our mother's rules that we disagree with in terms of we can ride it out and stuff, but you still have your boundaries, and those boundaries are healthy to have. You know what I mean? And I even think I'm not married, haven't been married. You guys are closer to it. But in terms of that whole situation, I feel like men almost want somebody almost like their, not like their moms, but somebody who puts rules, someone who has boundaries, someone who can let them know not how far to go, because they are the man, we give them their position. That's another thing that we learned in our family. But someone who says, don't play with me. And that's something that they see exemplified in their moms. What do you think? Because then again, I do find that I play the mom role sometimes in a relationship, and that's not always a good thing. So do you think men want women like their moms, or like when you're talking boundaries and standards, how far does that go before it becomes bossy? Who
I
wants
think
to
it's
take it?
important to talk about, you know, your boundaries, your standards, and what's like a deal breaker. You
Yeah.
know, without knowing these things, it's like, what are you really building on? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think it's important to discuss that, and it doesn't have to be that I'm coming to you as like a mom role in order to discuss that, to have a healthy conversation about that. You can just, you know, sit down and actually work that out and be like, you know, this is a no-go for me, or, you know, this is, you know, so I think it's important to have that level of communication with the person that you're with.
That's so true. I always, you guys know me in the family, but I always had to work on my delivery. So it doesn't have to come across as bossy. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
Letting know in our, and if anybody's wondering, we're in our pajama jams because
In my heels.
slumber party.
I learned to walk on my own. I never asked for anyone to teach me. I just watched, I listened, and I was supported to walk, lifting one heel at a time. My path of wealth.
I appreciate you guys so much. My cousin, my sister, family is everything. So cheers to that. Teacups, wine glasses, and all. I love you guys. Thank you for watching TeaTalk. This is your host, Yolande Spooner. I've got Sarita and Nakia with me. Like us, follow us, and comment below. Subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night, everyone. TeaTalk.